Now, a reading from Waluigi's Taco Stand by Yoshizilla Raydosaurus on fanfiction.net. Chapter 1. Waluigi sighed, not a single customer in sight.
You think I would get at least someone?
Waluigi commented, folding his arms.
Maybe putting it at the southernmost part of Seaside Hill wasn't smart.
He looked back, spotting the beautiful view of the beach and the waves.
Sure, I have a great view, but come on. Who's gonna want tacos here?
Waluigi asked himself, placing both of hands on his face. Princess Daisy popped up, as cheerful as a puppy.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Go away,
Waluigi muttered as he pulled down his purple cap in frustration. Daisy placed both of her shoulders on the white-colored cart.
Come on, Waluigi. Why can't I have a taco?
Waluigi pushed Daisy off.
You just want it so you can fart more.
Daisy actually, you know what? You've already heard this part. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. All right. Chapter 23. Waluigi watched as Daisy skipped over to the taco stand, wanting her usual tacos. Waluigi bent down, getting the taco stash as suddenly all of the tacos were snatched.
What the?
Waluigi exclaimed as he frantically looked around, caught off guard.
What the hell happened to the tacos?
Daisy screamed as she pointed to her left, spotting a green hammer bro running off with a brown sack full of tacos. Waluigi grabbed a slingshot and fired some pebbles at the turtle, knocking him down. As the hammer bro tried to get up, Waluigi stomped on him, causing him to pop.
Don't mess with me,
Waluigi taunted as he picked up the sack of tacos, with Daisy clapping her hands together in glee.
These tacos are from Waluigi.
Chapter 24. It was raining harshly in Seaside Hill again. Waluigi installed a new metallic cover to block the rain from pouring on him and his taco stand. Toadette was munching on some fish tacos, bopping her head left to right.
I've been meaning to ask you, Wally,
Toadette stated as she let out a big belch after finishing her fifth fish taco, turning to Waluigi.
Did you ever have a health inspection?
Waluigi's eyes widened.
What makes you say that, Toadette?
Toadette shrugged as she placed her arms around her head.
I'm just saying, because these tacos sure taste fishy.
Waluigi narrowed his eyes as he folded his arms in annoyance.
They're made of fish, Toadette. Isn't it obvious?
Toadette shrugged again.
Well, I was just curious. You know, health inspections can spell doom and gloom for things.
Waluigi sighed as he planted his right palm on his face.
Toadette, stop. You're making my brain hurt.
Chapter 25. Waluigi was stretching his arms as he spotted Petey Piranha, who was relaxing on top of one of the nearby tropical palm trees. Toadette was pulcucking the yellow dandelions growing nearby, while Daisy was sitting on a log, eating more tacos than one should normally gorge on. Waluigi rubbed his nose as he eyed Daisy.
You sure you can handle all those tacos in your stomach, Daisy?
Daisy farted loudly, then nodding her head as she smiled.
Don't worry about me, Wally. My stomach can handle the strong taste of Mexican food.
Waluigi rolled his eyes.
Way to stereotype, Princess. It's not really Mexican food, you know. It's used...
Daisy burped loudly, interrupting Waluigi. Waluigi shook his head, resorting to counting the large amount of green dollar bills he had. Chapter 26. Waluigi watched as Daisy continued shoving the tacos down her mouth. Toadette was munching on a fishy taco herself, tilting her head left to right.
So, when am I gonna get new customers, huh?
Waluigi asked himself as he plucked his mustache. Toadette turned to Waluigi, licking her lips together.
Well, you could always advertise yourself, or maybe find a better location.
Waluigi grabbed Toadette by the neck.
This was the only feasible spot I could find. Cut me some slack.
Toadette gulped as she flailed her arms.
Okay, maybe I misjudged. Just please put me down.
Waluigi sighed as he dropped Toadette, folding his arms.
Maybe going tacos only wasn't a good idea.
He closed his eyes and sighed.
I'm gonna go back to Pizza Hut and ask Silver to help me out here.
Chapter 27. Princess Daisy farted loudly, letting loose a raunchy poot as she giggled, munching down on the extra beefy tacos she paid Waluigi in double. Waluigi was counting the green dollar bills, chuckling as he placed them in his cash register.
I still don't like it that I have don't have many customers,
Waluigi commented as he shrugged, smiling.
but I sure am making some decent cash on Daisy.
Toadette skipped over to Waluigi.
Wally, I don't mean to be a downer, but some charging chucks followed me here.
She started to tremble. Waluigi eyed Toadette oddly.
You mean there's Koopa football players coming here?
Toadette nodded. She turned to her left, screaming as she dashed off. Daisy watched as Toadette ran off, then shrugged, continuing to eat the beefy tacos and letting out disgusting, raunchy farts. Waluigi turned his head to the left, screaming as he got flattened by several charging chucks, who took all of the tacos and money, leaving Waluigi's taco stand to bits and pieces. Just kidding. Chapter 28. Waluigi has fixed up his taco stand after the Chargin' Chuck incident yesterday, having a new fresh batch of tacos. Unlikely for him, there was a health inspector there.
Oh, hey.
Waluigi greeted the health inspector, getting a closer glance as his right eye twitched.
Mouser? What the hell?
Mouser tilted his dark blue hat forward.
Yeah, it's not the best job, but I get free dibs on food if it's good.
He sniffed the fresh batch of tacos.
These don't smell so bad.
Waluigi grabbed his right arm.
Well, they taste great, and I'm sure you can come to agree.
Mouser finished up the plate of tacos, letting out a satisfied belch.
Luckily for you, Wally, your taco stand is legible. I'm giving you a pass.
Waluigi pumped his right fist in triumph.
Score for Waluigi! Wah!
Chapter 29. Waluigi was all by himself in his taco stand, the sunny weather making things hotter than usual.
Haven't seen much today,
Waluigi commented as he rubbed his nose.
Did everyone suddenly decide to head up north?
A Monty Mole emerged from the ground, getting out of his hole and reproaching Waluigi.
You wouldn't happen to sell hot dogs here, would you?
Waluigi rolled his eyes.
No, but I do have tacos. You want one?
The Monty Mole blinked and jumped back into the ground, making another hole. Waluigi sighed as he placed both of his hands on his face. Chapter 30. Waluigi arrived at his taco stand, spotting Daisy and Toadette waiting patiently for him. He sighed as he folded his arms.
All right, how early were you here?
Toadette giggled, her hands behind her back.
We were here since 3 in the morning.
Waluigi shook his head.
3 in the morning? What were you doing, eating Krabby Patties?
Daisy clasped her hands together as she gasped, frantically nodding her head.
Oh, Wally, you're so smart. How did you know?
Waluigi rolled his eyes.
Let me guess, an hour later at 4 a.m. you both made chocolate pudding.
Daisy and Toadette started jumping up and down with glee. Waluigi sighed as he shrugged.
Oh, fine. I'll just get out the tacos and get this shop up and running.
He pulled out a plate of hot, fresh tacos, only for Daisy to take them all.
What the hell?
Toadette burped loudly while Daisy farted loudly, a raunchy one coming out of her butt. Waluigi groaned, annoyed as he slapped his forehead with his left hand. Chapter 31. Waluigi opened up the cabinets behind the stand, pulling out some condiments, mostly hot sauce, ketchup, and mustard, with one mayonnaise there. Of course, no one likes mayonnaise, but Waluigi figured why the hell not. Anyway, he had the tacos lined up and ready to go. And not a single soul was there. Waluigi's left eye twitched.
Where the hell is everyone?
He asked as he rubbed the back of his head.
They can't be doing much. Wah! Wah!
Suddenly, thousands of tacos fell from the sky, landing on Waluigi and the taco stand, completely burying it. Waluigi stuck his head out of the thousands of tacos, sighing as he rolled his eyes. Chapter 32. Waluigi decided to lower the prices of his tacos by 50%, hoping that he would attract more customers. Luckily for him, that was the trick, as thousands of egg pawns arrived, wanting tacos despite the fact that they were robots and whatnot. Waluigi laughed as he handed the tacos away, taking the cash and placing it in the cash register, stuffing some in his overalls pockets.
Man, I should have thought of this sooner.
Waluigi commented as he gave a pair of blue egg pond 5 fishy tacos.
I'm making more bank now with these price cuts than I usually do on Daisy. Wah, wah.
Suddenly, a large yellow egg pond pushed all the other red-colored egg ponds away, bouncing up and down. Waluigi screamed as he fell on the ground, all of his tacos being snatched by the large egg pond, who then headed eastward. Waluigi groaned as he got back up, rubbing the back of his head as he sighed. Chapter 33. Waluigi watched as the egg ponds were chatting amongst each other as they gorged on the tacos. Silver the Hedgehog was in the area, walking up to Waluigi as he watched the scene, folding his arms.
Wow, Wally, you really seem to have made a name for yourself,
Silver commented as he smiled at Waluigi. Waluigi laughed, massaging his mustache.
Well, Silver, I took Toadette's hint and started to advertise more. It helps that I'm on the beach.
Silver rubbed the back of his head.
You know, you could have made a taco stand at your stadium or pinball.
Waluigi scoffed at Silver.
Where would the fun be in that?
Chapter 34. Waluigi was watching as more badniks of all kinds came in, from the well-known Moto bugs to the relatively obscure bat brains. Daisy was feeling jealous, not letting out a single poot, surprisingly enough, her arms folded as she scoffed.
How come you're happier with these loser robots than you are me?
Daisy remarked as she glared at Waluigi. Waluigi chuckled as he patted Daisy on the head.
Robots aren't annoying or gassy, and they don't stink up my taco stand like you.
Daisy stood up, slapping Waluigi across the face.
Just because I'm a fart factory doesn't mean I stink.
Waluigi coughed.
Your farts smell much better than you.
Daisy screamed as she kicked Waluigi in the face, storming off towards the eastern direction. Despite being in pain, Waluigi laughed, having proven that he was right. Chapter 35. Waluigi looked up to see clouds covering the sun. He sighed as he folded his arms.
Great, it's gonna be one of those days.
And as if summoned, it started to pour hard on Seaside Hill, causing Waluigi and his taco stand to get doused with rain. Thunder began booming in the back as lightning was seen striking the dark skies. Toadette jumped out of the bushes, running over to the taco stand, hiding under it alongside Waluigi.
Just when I thought it would be nice and sunny, it starts raining. Good thing you stand as a cover, Wally.
Waluigi shrugged as he closed his eyes.
Well, I do think of the best when it comes to storms.
Suddenly, Waluigi was zapped by a lightning bolt, being completely fried. Toadette gasped as she covered her mouth with both of her hands, Waluigi falling on his back, his left leg twitching. Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here again. Alright. There we go. Chapter 242. Waluigi watched as Baby Peach and Baby Daisy were chasing the waddle wings around the taco stand, with Princess Peach Toadstool having some tacos alongside Daisy and Toadette. He sighed as he went back to make a new batch of tacos.
Well, I'm glad that there's more people actually coming here,
Waluigi commented as he referred to Peach.
Only bad thing is that some of these are just as problematic as Daisy.
Princess Daisy farted loudly as she raised her right leg, wearing her normal yellow dress. Princess Peach farted louder, her deep-pitched poot lifting the back of her pink dress, revealing her brown-stained pink granny panties. Toadette simply giggled as she applauded Peach and Daisy for their farting contest. Waluigi rolled his eyes as he tried to ignore the princess's flatulence, but their gassy bouts got more annoyingly louder by the minute. Waluigi screamed angrily, pulling his brown hair as he tried to ignore it, but failed. Chapter 243. Waluigi was placing a new batch of tacos on the counter when he saw Metal Mario staring him face to face. Waluigi growled as he folded his lanky arms together.
What do you want, Mr. Planet Swap?
Metal Mario chuckled as he tucked his Sivler metallic cap forward.
Oh, just gloating to how I got to be a playable over you in Mario Kart 7. Newsflash, Metal Doofus,
Waluigi stated as he pulled Metal Mario's nose, letting it go and causing it to bounce about.
Mario Kart 7 sucks. It didn't sell as well as either Mario Kart DS or Wii, and no one even cares about it anymore now that we got Mario Kart Wii U and the third arcade Mario Kart coming. That's not true.
Metal Mario stammered as he shook his head, shaking his fists as he tried to defend his case.
That there's plenty of people who still play a Mario Kart 7.
Then how come nobody I know who has it mentions it when they talk about the games that they play? Waluigi suggested as he narrowed his eyes, smirking.
Hell, the only courses that are in Mario Kart 7 that I still see used are the ones that come from Mario Kart Wii.
Metal Mario couldn't think of anything to refute, so he attempted to punch Waluigi in the face. However, Waluigi tossed a plate of spicy tacos on Metal Mario, burning him immensely as Waluigi laughed, with Metal Mario desperately trying to get out of the tacos that piled over him. Chapter 244. Waluigi stretched his arms as he watched Mario and Luigi fight over the last taco, with Daisy and Toadette giggling as Waluigi shook his head.
Eek, you two brothers are such savages,
Waluigi commented as he went further into the stand to make a new batch of tacos.
I don't know why I bothered to ban anyone here.
Because that would be bad for business,
Bowser commented, sipping some fresh lemonade as he stood across the counter, looking into the taco stand. Waluigi scoffed as he rolled his eyes at Bowser.
Heh, like you would care,
he commented as he started his taco-making process, with Bowser watching from the counter. Chapter 245. Waluigi was clearing up his counter as he looked up to see Chief Chile in front of him. Waluigi gawked as he dropped his jaw in disbelief.
What are you doing here, far beyond your typically Chile location?
Waluigi asked as he was relatively surprised. Chef Chile cleared his throat as he opened his eyes.
Well, Waluigi, as you can see, I'm part of the Bully Business Bureau, and I have heard complaints about customers regarding your treatment towards them.
Waluigi rubbed the back of his head with his left hand.
What? What do you mean?
Chief Chile got in Waluigi's face, causing Waluigi to feel colder suddenly.
It means either you change your tune, or I will have my ice bullies knock this place down.
Two ice bullies stomped behind Chief Chile, both of them eager to destroy. Waluigi sighed as he moved his hands in motion.
Fine, I'll see if I can change my attitude.
He rolled his eyes as he shook his head, his arms crossed.
If I must.
Chief Chile nodded as he and the two ice buddies jumped into the air, disappearing mysteriously as Waluigi rubbed the back of his head, blinking in confusion. Chapter 246. Waluigi sighed as he was still selling tacos, while the waddle wings coming in and out as Waluigi was feeling pretty bored. Petey Piranha dropped by, taking a break from running his popcorn parlor.
Oh, hey, Petey.
Waluigi greeted as he waved his right hand at the giant piranha plant.
Here for some tacos, I see?
Petey shook his head as he moved his leaves about, with Waluigi rubbing his chin as he placed a plate of hot new tacos on the table.
Oh, I see,
Waluigi bluntly commented as he folded his arms together.
So, having extra guys helps take the stress off of you, huh?
Petey mumbled in response as he nodded his head, with Waluigi rubbing his right chin as he pondered a thought. But where would he be able to find someone willing enough to help? Waluigi thought to himself as he looked up at the clear blue sky. Chapter 247. Waluigi walked back to his taco stand to see several waddle wings sneaking tacos out of his taco stand, with Waluigi growling as he shook his fists.
So, you think you can come up here and steal my stash of tacos, eh?
Waluigi growled as he took out his viney whip, lashing at the pesky flying squirrels with them as they were forced to drop the hoarded tacos.
Well, you don't know the great master!
Daisy and Toadette both came towards the taco stand as they were prepared to munch on some tacos, with Daisy wearing her... this has been a reading of Waluigi's Taco Stand by Yoshizilla Rhinoceros on fanfiction.net.